are
Always
three
eating like a nigger.
components of this DNA nucleotide? Well, phosphate,
Hope I'm not recording.
deoxyribose, and nitrogenous base. Yes, I will expect you to be able to label those three parts of the nucleotide.
Yes, this one has more. Okay. Oh shit, we need to be doing that.
Alright, so you need to know the three parts of the nucleotide.
Yeah,
Then it says, number 2, down at the bottom, it says, what is the function of DNA in the cell? We talked about this
Yellow.
at the beginning of class today.
Blue. There we go.
The function of DNA is to carry instructions for how to do what?
You're a sexy beast.
Well, yes, that's not wrong.
What are these?
So let's make sure we're all listening, Caleb.
That's
So
it.
Aubrey
Blue.
said the
Wait, this
DNA
one.
is instructions for how to make RNA, which is true. But then the RNA tells the ribosomes, Fabian, how to do what? Make protein.
Good morning.
All right. So here's one way to say that.
America.
We'll say the
Morning's
DNA stores information that ultimately is going to tell the ribosomes how to build those.
What we're doing in work today. Yep.
Stores
Coloring.
information
Yep.
that tells the ribosomes how to build protein.
My chromosomes getting.
All right, so jot that down. We're going to go over to the back page. And we have another double helix diagram that we need to label. Before I flip this over,
What's C?
What's C?
Hold on.
Let's see. Nitrogenous base. All right. DNA stores information that tells ribosomes how to build proteins. All right. Let's go over to the back page.
Almost done. Oh my.
Now listen. By now, you should know that when you're looking at a double helix, it's basically a ladder. It's like a rope ladder that's been twisted around. And so the side ropes of the ladder, which I'm highlighting here, the side ropes of the ladder, you don't have to highlight yours, but I'm just making a point. The side ropes are made up of just the sugars and the phosphates. Sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate. That's what goes down the side. And what do we call the parts in the middle, like the steps of the ladder? What are these?
Balls.
Well, that's what the little dots are. But what are these molecules in the middle? Nitrogen base. Okay. So we got a word bank right here that we're going to use. Let's just run through these quickly. Number 1 is pointing to a 5-sided shape. It's part of the side rope. What is that?
Maybe so in the gloves. Let me set it out right here so I can tell you what I want.
All right, we'll skip over to number 6.
Oh, and get
Because
over
number
here.
6 is also pointing to part of the side rope. The circled part is a what? Phosphate.
I know Santa Claus got a boner.
I'm being dead serious.
Now we'll go back to number 2,
No.
which is pointing to one of these nitrogenous bases.
Bet Santa Claus gets a bonus.
Now number 3 is pointing to a bunch of things. It's got a phosphate, a sugar, and a nitrogenous base. So the whole thing is one what? That's right. By now, you've heard it enough times, you should know this, that the three parts that make up a nucleotide, phosphate, sugar, nitrogenous base.
Oh, not chromosome.
Number 4 is pointing to 2 separate nitrogenous bases that are paired up. They are bases that are paired up. So what do we call them? Base pair. If you look, that's one of your answer choices right there. So base pair. And then number 5 is pointing to the dotted lines that hold them together. What kind of bond?
Still favoring that.
All right. We're gonna run through the fill in the blanks at the bottom, just really quick, so stay with me. Number 7, they're listing the 4 nitrogenous bases. Which one did they leave out? A for adenine. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine are the 4 what? Yeah. Nitrogen or nitrogenous bases, kind of hard to squeeze
Hey,
in there.
baby boy.
All right. In DNA, blank always forms hydrogen bonds with guanine.
Bombs.
What pairs up with G? C pairs with G, A pairs with T.
Okay.
Now, number 9 is talking
You say
about
you're
the
gay.
code on the DNA. The coded
DNA.
message is
Gene gay.
actually the sequence of, you could say nucleotides, or you could say nitrogenous bases. Nitrogenous base is probably a little bit better answer. Either one would work. The sequence of nucleotides or the sequence of nitrogenous bases carries the genetic information of an organism. Number 10 we haven't talked about yet, but we are going to talk about it on Monday. It's the process that actually makes a copy of the DNA. This is something that happens during the S phase of cell cycle. Remember, the DNA gets copied during the S phase. It's called DNA replication. We're going to learn how DNA replication works. It's the copying of DNA that happens during the S phase of cell cycle. After G1, but before G2. And last but not least, the double coiled shape of DNA is called a what? Double helix. All right. Excellent. Make sure you go back and finish the coloring if you're still working on that. I was trying to think of something that we could do that would be kind of low pressure and a little easy on this quote unquote Friday.
And easy.
Thursday it feels like
Come here.
Friday. So I've got a little video that I want to show you.
Was it a naughty video?
Yes. It's me. What actually was though? You actually pull some sparkle.
I would love to see that.
Huh?
My chromosome?
What do you say?
I have no idea.
Let me slide back to my feet. Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead, dude.
I guess. Yeah, keep them free. Keep them
Jesus.
Sorry,
All right.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
One more of these. Okay.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
No, you're good. I'm
we
just trying
learned
not to hit it.
a little bit about the Rosalind Franklin story recently, and I found this great documentary about it. And it was a Nova special a few years ago, came on PBS. It's called The Secret of Photo 51. The only disadvantage, the only bad thing about it is it's a little bit long. So I found a shortened version. They took like an hour-and-a-half documentary and they trimmed it down to just 25 minutes, which is about what we've got. So, and because they trimmed it down, there's a few questions that they won't answer in the video. It goes in order for the most part. The questions go in order with the video. But circle number 3. They're not going to tell you the answer to number 3, so we'll leave that one blank.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just leave it blank. Number 3, just leave it blank. And then on the back, number 16, same thing. Circle number 3 and number 16, because they won't answer those. But the rest of them, they do answer. I watched this yesterday, and the